Well, it's great to be in conversation here at Discovery Community College, right here in beautiful Nanaimo, British Columbia. I have to tell you, I always like coming out here. People are wonderful. Their perspective is great. The weather is always nice too. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
Okay, I am the Executive Director at Island Crisis Care Society. And at Island Crisis Care Society, we support people, generally people with housing and different needs. Those often with mental health and or substance use issues.
Right. Where does your organization intersect with Discovery?
Well, we have a great relationship that's been going for, must be at least 10 years, I'm thinking. And we often have the people that are on the courses, the students, they often come and they do their practicums with us. And so we build those really good relationships, and we often find that it goes so great that we look for people to hire and they often end up working for us.
Well, that's a perfect win-win situation, isn't it?
Is.
You get to look at them,
Yeah.
They get to look at you, and there's a fit there, and the person walks away with a wonderful career. And of course, the best part of all of that is that the client gets great service.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Tell me now, Discovery is the type of college that really listens to industry partners. They understand that the world that you work in is fluid. It's dynamic. Things are moving fast and changing all the time. They need to be responsive to your needs. Talk about the importance of having a partner like that.
I think it's very important because, as you say, it is changing. I started with the Society 14 years ago, and it is not at all what it was back then. So many issues now in our society that we're seeing things that we just haven't seen before. And the beauty of if there's any sort of a challenge or someone who's struggling in one of the placements is that we always have a really good rapport with Marilyn usually, and we're able to talk to her and say, hey, this isn't quite working out, or we think this person might need a bit more training in this, and but that's the rare occasion. But really, they have listened and they've been able to pivot and actually do some different courses and some different things, when they've heard from people like us that those are the needs.
It's collaborative in its nature, right? And it speaks to an understanding of the community that you work within and all live within and thrive within. And that sense of community is so vitally important.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Relationships, like it really is all about relationships. And so, when I spoke to our program managers and asked about, tell me, what it's like having practicum students coming from Discovery, they said that it is about that relationship. It's that coming alongside and learning alongside a more skilled, more experienced person, and just walking with them and building those relationships. And so then they're able to then build those relationships with the clients, because that's what it really comes down to.
And that really is what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
Is community partners and industry and academia all working together so that everybody can be lifted here. It's not about one getting ahead of the other. The rising tide floats all boats.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. They also, one thing I really like about Discovery is that nobody gets left behind in the learning, because they have wonderful remote programs and people can learn from all different parts of this wonderful province. And your thoughts on reaching that far in and making sure everybody can learn?
Yeah, I actually haven't given that any thought, but yeah, that's a really good point. I guess if they're learning remotely, then they can link with their own community, because we are spoiled and we have them right in Nanaimo. It's not something I'd given any thought to.
I guess that's right. They're in your backyard and you're partners and have been partners for a long time. It's. I guess my final question to you is about the caliber of graduates coming out, the people that you've hired. Tell me about that.
It's been amazing, really has. People coming with a good cross-section of skills, and I really think that Discovery is helping in that. Many people that we've hired, and again, in talking to the managers, they've been extremely happy, and we have all sorts of different programs, and so a nice way is to, this program's a good fit for me, and maybe no, it's not. And that's just as important as well, right? That they can actually see what it's like, and they might decide to go, a slightly different organization that would meet their needs. So, having that cross-section is so important.
Thank you very much for being in the conversation, and more importantly, thank you for what you do. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you.